Why is it that every single Republican on this committee voted against releasing the files? Democrats voted for it. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question now. Why is it that, and we're talking now in 2025, why is it that, Dave, wait for the question.
Sure.
Why is it that every single Democrat wants the files to be released, no matter who's in the files? They want the files to be released. Why is it that every single Republican on this committee voted against releasing the files? Can you give me one valid explanation?
Sure, because it's either, people who, like, it's either them or some of their friends, all their political friends are in it. There's a ton of people that are in this. And here's my point.
Donald Trump in it? Donald Trump was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein for 10 years. We also know he was on the Maxwell flight log at least 7 times. We also know that he wants everybody to stop talking about this. He's even called his supporters stupid. We also know that he sent his personal attorney to have a meeting with Maxwell, not because they wanted the truth, so that Maxwell could say some nice things about Donald Trump, because we know days after she was sent to a Club Med facility and she's on work release. We also know Donald Trump self-admitted himself that there was a young girl that was working at Mar-a-Lago. Epstein took that young girl from him, and that's why they stopped talking. Donald Trump also admitted on audio that Epstein liked some really young girls. He's also seen on video bragging and joking to Epstein, looking at women. We also know that Donald Trump is the guy who bragged sexually.
Well, what is that? What is
we also know that Donald Trump. We also know that doesn't prove anything. Did you not listen to the other things that I mentioned? By the way, Donald Trump is the guy that bragged about going into teenage girls' locker rooms, looking at them half naked sexually without permission. So if you're joking around on a show, you can joke around about being a pedophile, and you think that's okay, David? Because see, that's what that is. When you want to go into a locker room where young teenage girls as young as 15 and 14, if you're going to go on a show and brag about looking at a bunch of 15 and 16-year-old girls naked, and you're defending that because it was the Howard Stern show, that is absurd.
If these things actually did happen, presumably he would have been charged. And if he had already admitted that he did it on a TV show,
not
he
true.
would have been charged.
No one knew about it. He admitted it years later, but
nobody knew.
And if any of the girls that saw him do that,
they did. They've done interviews. They've spoken out about it.
Because
he owned the pageant, and they were afraid to do so, just like many women that were abused by Bill Cosby didn't come forward. There are many reasons why women, and especially in this case, young girls, don't come forward immediately. That doesn't mean it didn't happen, David. Stop saying, why didn't they come forward? You're making excuses.